Is Siargao still an island paradise? And is it still worth visiting right now? Well, I'm about to give you the real scoop on what it feels like today. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just my honest take on what it's like after spending 10 days there over Christmas and New Year's. Let's get right into it. Siargao has been called the new Bali, and I wouldn't say it's exactly that because I would say it's more like what Bali was probably 20 or 30 years ago, and that's a great thing. Siargao is evolving, especially around General Luna, its main tourist hub, with vibrant nightlife, restaurants, and hostels lining Tourism Road, the main strip. But what sets Siargao apart is its vastness. Just a scooter ride out of town and you'll find yourself in an endless, lush palm tree jungle. So Siargao is the perfect mix of adventure, beauty, and laid-back vibes. Siargao really is a paradise. You can rent your own scooter like me and my buddy Oscar did and just ride around the island and enjoy all of the small villages and lush landscapes. Really soak in the freedom, you know? You've got your iconic spots like Cloud 9, the surf capital of the island, and even though there's a small fee to enter, just 100 pesos, which I'm totally on board with, the views are absolutely worth it. I think when I entered Cloud 9, that's when I cemented the idea of actually moving to Siargao. It's a beautiful place. I also did two of the main activities in Siargao, one being the Masin River boat tour, which I absolutely loved, and the other one is the Magpopongo rock pool. It's very hard to pronounce that one. You do have to visit that at low tide or else you can't see it. You can check the tide online. But I will be producing a dedicated vlog about all of these attractions, so stay tuned for that. This time around, I didn't get the opportunity to do the island hopping because you had to ride your scooter out pretty far and I just wasn't willing to do it, but it's definitely on the list for next time. And Siargao has an endless list of activities, beaches, caves, waterfalls, and it's all breathtaking. Siargao really seems to be making an effort to preserve their environment. The public beach access is still intact and I didn't really notice any overdevelopment. I did notice some environmental issues like flooding and even earthquakes, but we'll talk a little more about that in a second. The famous island lifestyle in Siargao is unbeatable. The vibes are stress-free and the tourists and the locals seamlessly mix, especially through the surf community. People bond over lessons by day and party together at night. Of course, due to its popularity, Siargao is also growing as a hub for expats and remote workers, especially because now they have Starlink internet connections all around the island, and you have co-working spaces like Alter Space popping up, which I didn't get the chance to investigate this time, but I think if I end up moving to Siargao, and I hope I do, I will definitely be checking Alter Space out, so that's a suggestion for you. Yoga retreats, cozy cafes, and great dining options like Kermit and Sev make life here enjoyable and productive. So it's really no surprise why I want to go back there and dive deeper into that lifestyle, right? I will also be making a video about the best places to eat on the island, so do subscribe if you want to check that one out. Even though tourism is growing fast in Siargao, it still feels really balanced. Unlike a lot of places in Thailand like Phuket and of course Bali in Indonesia, you're not bombarded by people trying to sell you things all the time. And in general, the island feels lively without being overcrowded. Of course, that doesn't mean that there aren't challenges. Some flooding after heavy rains and the occasional power outages are a reminder that the infrastructure is still kind of catching up. But I only had one power outage over 10 days and it wasn't long at all. Of course, prices are higher than a lot of other spots in the Philippines, but that's expected for such a popular tourist destination. And that said, you can still find a lot of local eateries that will give you a pretty good bang for buck. I do hope that the locals and businesses continue to prioritize sustainable development there. That's going to be essential for the island to maintain its charm and to keep their community at the forefront. Now let's get into the nightlife in Siargao. It is wild and it is social, and if you're not careful, you may overdo yourself at times. I'm definitely guilty of that because it's just too tempting. There's a party, more than one party, every night of the week. So if you don't take some breaks in between, who knows what'll happen. I'll be honest, I went out every single day that I was in Siargao. And the mix of people is just incredible. You've got people from all around the world, Europe, the Americas, and of course all around Asia and the Philippines, and everyone just gets along really well, and the mix is very interesting. It's really easy to make friends, and the energy is absolutely infectious. So if you're wanting to mingle a bit, get social, or if you're single, Siargao is definitely the place to be. Do stay tuned for more nightlife-based content in the coming weeks, but all I can say is that Siargao after dark is an experience you do not want to miss. Getting to Siargao is easier than ever, with excellent roads and increasing flight options. Accommodation ranges from budget-friendly options like hostels. I had a friend staying at Casa Villa and they said it was excellent. Of course, you have more upscale places like Kermit and Prana, which I definitely recommend if you're a couple. And I myself stayed at an Airbnb during my time there. I will put the link below because it was so centrally located. It was perfect for what we needed. So no matter what kind of accommodation you're looking for in Siargao, there's definitely a way to mix affordability with quality. Again, I will be touching into a lot of practical tips in future videos, but what I can say is if you're a first timer on the island, definitely rent a scooter so you can do your exploring. Do take a surfing lessons. That's a great place to catch your first wave because a lot of the waves are pretty chill and relaxed, and you're not getting pummeled by waves, so it's really perfect. And they also film you so you can get your Instagram videos, Instagram pics. And another good tip for now is, especially for the restaurant called Sev, if you like ceviche, do make the reservations before you get to the island because that's a place me and Oscar did not get to check out, and we were pretty sad about that. So, is Siargao still worth visiting? Absolutely. It still maintains its magic even as it continues to grow. Whether you're seeking adventure, relaxation, or a mix of both, this island delivers. From riding through jungles to partying hard at night, there's something for everyone. So just remember to respect the locals, embrace the vibes, and just soak in everything that this unique island has to offer. For me, Siargao is without a doubt the best destination in the Philippines right now, and I can't wait to return and even live there for a bit. Okay, now that Siargao is on your radar, I've packed this next video with tips, secrets, and must-knows so you can make the most out of your trip in this awesome island. So don't head there without it. Click on the video that's on your screen, and I will see you right over there in 3, 2, 1.